Hi and welcome. I'm Ken Cahall, NFDA President, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in Washington, D.C. On behalf of the NFDA Board of Directors, staff, and members, I thank you for your commitment to funeral service. I cannot stress enough how important the NFDA Advocacy Summit is. The work we do in D.C. has lasting benefits for all of funeral service. NFDA members who attend this event are truly the strongest voices for funeral service in our nation. I applaud every one of you who takes the time to visit D.C. with us and be the voice of this profession. I'm joined today by Advocacy Committee Chair Bob Arrington, Christine Pepper, NFDA CEO, and Leslie Witter, NFDA Senior Vice President of Advocacy. Whether you're a first-time attendee or a seasoned advocate, we hope today's webinar will help you prepare for your trip to our nation's capital and the 2018 Advocacy Summit. I have been to many advocacy summits over the years and have learned the importance of good, comfortable shoes. The floors of Congress are marble, so comfortable but professional shoes are a must as we do a lot of walking from office to office. Another thing about DC is that attire is business attire. So it's important that summit attendees represent the profession as they would for a funeral. Suits and ties are the norm on Capitol Hill. Make sure to bring lots of business cards. You will need them for all of your Hill visits. It's very important that congressional offices have the ability to follow up with you after your meetings. Remember that schedules for legislators can change at a moment's notice. So we have to be prepared to be flexible with their schedules. It's not a good idea to show up too early and sit in the reception area because the reception area is usually small and may be needed for groups that are scheduled before you. Also, showing up late is never good, but if it is unavoidable, it's important to call ahead and let the office know, or better yet, split up into smaller groups so there's less likelihood of being late. The app can be your best friend. Remember to check for schedule changes regularly. Expect your meeting to run about 10 minutes. Some will go longer and some will be shorter. You have to use your best judgment.
The closest airport to the Mayflower Hotel is Ronald Reagan National Airport. Cabs are available right outside baggage claim, which is downstairs when you arrive and usually cost around $20. Dulles Airport is a bit further away and cabs can cost around $60. You can choose to make a reservation with an airport shuttle, may be a less expensive option, and Uber and Lyft are economical options too. Metro is also a good option when you leave the Mayflower Hotel for your lobbying visits, or you can take a cab or Uber or Lyft. The Red Line, which is on the same street as the Mayflower Hotel, goes to Union Station, which is the closest station to the Senate. The orange, silver, and blue lines go to Capitol South Station, which is closest station to the House side. To go to the House side, you pick up the line at Farragut West, which is about 3 blocks left from the Mayflower Hotel.
I don't know about you, but the easiest way for me to keep to my schedule is by having it on my phone. I've been to many summits, and the inclusion of an NFDA Advocacy Summit app has really been a helpful addition. So be sure to download the app before you arrive in Washington, D.C. The app can be your best friend, as Ken said. The NFDA Advocacy Summit app is compatible with Apple and Android devices and will give you everything you need to keep you on track in Washington, D.C. You'll find your daily schedule of events, speaker bios, maps of the Capitol and the Metro system, and even tips for successful Hill visits. So you can brush up on what we talk about today. You'll be able to fill in your Hill visit report forms immediately after each visit and email them to NFDA staff. This is best done soon after the meeting so you don't forget anything that happened in the meetings. The app will also have photos of your legislators to help you identify them even if they are not in their office. You may actually bump into them in the hallways or the cafeteria, so it's always good to be prepared to introduce yourself and maybe even snap a photo with them. Another great benefit is that we can automatically push schedule updates directly to your phone. So if your meetings get changed, you will know instantly, but only if NFDA schedules your meetings. So be sure to ask about this option. With all of these great features, you'll want to be sure to download the NFDA Advocacy app before you get to Washington, D.C. Visit nfda.org/Advocacy Summit to learn more. Once you check into the Mayflower Hotel, be sure to come down to the NFDA registration desk to pick up your badge and other important information. We will have legislative brochures available for you to leave behind with you at the congressional offices you meet with. We will also have easy talking points to help you prepare for your visits and some other helpful resources. NFDA staff will be on hand at the Mayflower Hotel each day during registration hours. Registration hours on Wednesday will be from 2 to 6:30 p.m. On Thursday, they will be from 7 to 9:30 a.m. and again on Friday from 7 to 9:30 a.m.
When you register at the NFDA desk at the Mayflower Hotel, you will receive a blue NFDA portfolio, complete with a place to hold your business cards, a pen holder, a notepad. You'll also leave behind legislative brochures for each office you visit that highlight the legislation we are lobbying for. It will also include talking points for you to use during your lobbying visits. For those of you who like hard copies, you will also receive a 2018 Advocacy Summit Program and Planner with all the information you need about the event. You will find a lot of the same information in the program and planner that is available on the app. Legislator listings for easy follow-up year-round, daily schedules, speaker bios, tips on working with your legislators, Capitol Hill visit reports, and places of interest while in D.C.
Don't forget to download the NFDA Advocacy Summit app for schedule details and reminders. We will kick off the 2018 Advocacy Summit on Wednesday, April 25th. You can register anytime between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. right outside the Palm Court Ballroom at the Mayflower Hotel. Be sure to attend the executive overview from 4 to 5 p.m., where you will learn all you need to know to help you while you're in DC. And then make sure to attend our welcome reception at the unique and historic Woodrow Wilson House and Museum. It's at 2340 S Street Northwest and is about a 10-block walk from the Mayflower Hotel, or a quick and cheap Uber, Lyft, or cab ride. On Thursday, we kick off with a continental breakfast outside the Palm Court Ballroom from 7 to 8 a.m. You can also register Thursday morning at the same location between 7 a.m. and 9:30. At 8:15, we begin our program with welcome remarks and speaker introduction. We're delighted to have Representative Brett Guthrie this year speak to us from 8:30 to 9 about the federal response to the opioid crisis. And then at 10 a.m., we're all going to gather on Capitol Hill on the steps of the Capitol building for our group photo, a great way to remember our time in DC. Your Hill visits will be scheduled generally between 10 a.m. and 5, but if you find yourself with a couple of moments between Hill visits, or you're getting hungry or just need to rest those tired feet, stop by the Capitol Hill Club. We have a welcome room there from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. It's on the 3rd floor of the Capitol Hill Club, which is on the house side of the Capitol complex, and the address is 300 First Street Southeast. Now, on Thursday evening, we're very excited because we have a really exclusive pack event. It is an optional event and it's ticketed. It's at the incredibly beautiful Smithsonian Castle. And our speaker is Reince Priebus, who's the former White House Chief of Staff for President Trump and also was the chairman of the Republican National Committee from 2011 to 2017. I'm sure he's going to have some great stories for us. We close out our Advocacy Summit on Friday, the 28th. You can still register if that's the if you haven't done so. We close out with a closing session from 7:45 to 8:45. We don't have details yet, but we're going to have a Republican and a Democrat give opinions that I'm sure will differ about the state of politics in DC and what we can expect in the upcoming elections. Now at 9 a.m., the bus for the optional trip to Arlington National Cemetery will depart the Mayflower. The bus will depart and go to Arlington National Cemetery for a tour, and we'll also visit the famous Iwo Jima Memorial, which is actually the United States Marine Corps War Memorial. And then at about 12:30, we'll have buses leaving those venues to return to either Ronald Reagan National Airport or the Mayflower Hotel. So if you're leaving directly after the tour of Arlington and Iwo Jima, bring your luggage. If not, we'll take you back to the hotel.
We're looking forward to advocating for funeral service with you at the 2018 NFDA Advocacy Summit this April. Please register today and join the association that has represented you before Congress every day for more than 25 years. See you there.